I can't quite explain the feeling that I had when I first truly understood the meaning of what it is to be in communion with Jesus. And it was the day that changed my life, that changed my relationship with God. And I thoroughly understood that He is not a God who wants to only be there for a certain moment or to only be the redeemer of our souls or to be the one who saves us from our sin. But He is the God who every day wants to journey with us. He is the God who wants to hold our hands, who wants to build a friendship, who wants to be there, to be present in every single moment of our lives. And He is a God who is near and not distant. He is not afraid of our iniquities. He is not afraid of our sin. He is not at all worried about the fact that we are so prone to failure, but the very fact that we fail is the reason that He could be so close to us. The very reason that we fall is the opportunity that we give Him as His children to pick us up and to take us back into His arms, into His embrace, where we would not want anything but to just rest in Him. I had to realize that communion with God is nothing but resting with Him and living life from a place of rest and trusting Him. In the mountains or in the valleys, it is God who loves to carry us through it. He invites us to reach a place of intimacy with Him where He and us, we are just one. The bride and the bridegroom are never separated from each other. And which is why communion is nothing but being one, resting as one, dwelling as one, living as one, and even dying to become one, dying to ourselves, dying to our flesh. When all that I think about in life is my fear and my dreams and my goals and my ambitions, there is a God, there is our Father, there is my Father who keeps waiting and would continue to wait for eternity long just for me to look at Him, just for me to call out His name. Because He is right there, He is right here in the middle of our storms, in the middle of our pain, just wanting for us to call His name. My perspective about God changed when I realized that the Word became flesh, and it quite literally meant that Jesus walked on earth like any one of us human beings. And He was not excused from anything that we could possibly go through in our entire lives. And that is why to know that we are partakers with Him in this journey and we are not alone itself already means that we are in communion with Him. And that we do not have to run away from Him because He was not excused from temptation or sin either. And that which is why He is not afraid of us. He is not afraid of our sin. But rather, the greatest thing that we could give God is our yes and our trust and our rest in Him. I hope that as Christians we reach a place in life where life with Jesus would not be as complicated as we make it to be, but it would be a camaraderie, a friendship, a very simple journey with God where all we do and all we know is to call His name and to trust Him and to rest on Him while He fights the battles for us, while He takes all our iniquities on Him, which He already did on the cross. So I encourage and invite each one of you watching to dive into an everlasting season of communion with God, which is nothing but simply being with Jesus and walking with Him like never before, and having Him as your Father, as your lover, as your groom, but more than anything, as your friend.